If I'm going to screw something up, I might as well do it myself. And I'm sort of doing it for the next generation here as one of the many reasons too. So,
Turbine Guy here, and if you want to install your own solar system DIY and you want some help designing it and need the system supplied, give me a call at 952-334-6400 or visit the website gogreenenergyonline.com. Hey folks, Turbine Guy back at you. Today I want to show you a DIY solar system installed on a garage just outside St. Bonifacius, Minnesota. Now there are 31 Canadian Solar 320 watt modules up there, along with 31 Enphase IQ7 microinverters. Now you can see the extra rails, and that's because we were preliminarily approved for 36 modules from Excel, but it turned out to be only 31 they would allow after they did a review. So we have the wiring from the solar coming down into our Enphase combiner box. And you can see that we have 3 strings here. 1, 2, 3, along with the Envoy breaker. So these 3 combined into one, and then run out to the disconnect. Come outside and we can see the production meter, which Excel Energy uses to determine how much his rebate's going to be, how much he produces over time, as well as the disconnect. Now this AC disconnect for this system is rated at 240 volts and 50 amps, but this is a much bigger disconnect than that. Not only that, he's got some pretty large wires in here, which aren't going to hurt a thing. Never hurts to have bigger wires. Now, the last thing I want to show you is the ground wire, which comes all the way down from the PV module rails. Got to have it hooked up to each set of rails, and then he's got this thing running right over here, and boom, he's got a ground rod buried in the ground right there he's hooked up to. So his entire system is properly grounded. After running through the production meter and disconnect outside, it comes right back in and back feeds a panel on a 50 amp breaker to either get used in this garage or run back up the grid. All right, well now that we've seen the system, why don't we go talk to the gentleman who installed it himself. Here he is, Frank. How you doing today, Frank?
Good.
So you installed this whole system by yourself?
Pretty much. I had a licensed electrician hook up the last bits, but pretty much everything
To take
else.
you, yeah.
You know, I sort of say 4 days, but it was probably like 6 days, I would say, 8-hour days-ish. But I had help with one friend putting about half the panels up, and it really wasn't too bad. They're pretty manageable. It is a low roof, so it's easy to get them up there. But the electrical and everything, so it really wasn't a huge time investment. It was just more of a just sort of one step at a time. And
What are some of the complications you ran into?
Really nothing. It was sort of hard. I searched the internet trying to find actual people putting them in themselves, and they sort of skip over a lot of things, but everything's pretty self-explanatory. Jay was a pretty good resource to when I had a couple questions here and there.
Well, any last comments or thoughts for someone thinking of doing this themselves?
If I'm going to screw something up, I might as well do it myself. It was a fun process. You get a little bit of knowing the system, so if anything ever does go wrong, you sort of know where to look. So that's one thing I think doing it yourself helps a lot. But no, it was very, very rewarding, and knowing that it'll pay off pretty quickly. And I'm sort of doing it for the next generation here as one of the many reasons too. So, well, there you have it, folks. A 9.2 kilowatt solar system installed DIY. If you want to do it yourself, or if you want a turnkey system, just go to my website, gogreenenergyonline.com, or give me a call, 952-334-6400, and we'll line you up too. This is a Turbine Guy signing off.